Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of the Dead Linger Alpha Build 009C. My name is Skitterin, and I believe this is episode, 18 at this point. Moving right along with the episodes, aren't we? Not nearly as fast as we were, but, you know, with the patches being so far apart as they are, I can't really hop on and make a quick video about, no wood from that. I can't exactly hop on and make a quick video about the new features because no patches means no new features. But according to the Dead Linger Twitter account, there will be a blog update on Monday, potentially. And with that blog update, they say they should be able to give us a rough time frame of when the next patch will be. For those of you who haven't been keeping up with the game or watching any of my videos, the next patch will be a total engine overhaul. Not engine overhaul, technically an engine switch. Everybody thinks Unity. I guess we'll find out. But I was told that people would be interested in seeing me make a fort, a base of operations, if you will, out of an office building. So here we are. We're going to try it. Obviously I need to get rid of the locals first, which, as you can see, is proving to be a slightly daunting task. There are quite a lot of them. Yeah, so you can see that they're... oh, I'm out of ammo. Well, that's unfortunate, and I'm hungry. I guess it's a good thing I'm at this little shop. So let's go back here. No, I think this is the one I might have gone through earlier. We're going to go ahead and eat some bananas. Swap out the rifle. This isn't exactly the rifle I want to use. It's only one shot at a time, which makes no sense for a 22, but hey. Alpha, right? So I know this is kind of counterproductive to playing the Dead Linger, but I thought I would mention another game that popped up on my radar a little late. I'm certainly not trying to take anybody away from this, but it is the same sort of style of game, so I thought I would at least mention it. And that would be Rust. For those of you who don't know what the game is, it's by the creator of Gary's Mod. It is also currently in alpha, and it is also one of these, not really zombie survival, but it is a survival game. You can build structures, houses, bases, from chopping trees and such. It's got a snap to grid kind of configuration with that, so you don't really have the issue of everything kind of falling all over the place when you're trying to get everything set up. So, but I didn't think I'd mention it because it looks to be another promising game in the same sort of survival genre. But yeah, that's all I'm going to mention from it. Because let's face it, I want people to play this game more. But anyways, got a nice assortment of trees over there. And hopefully that'll help out this very, very, very difficult task of fortifying an office building all by my lonesome. So let's get over there and start chopping away at these motherfuckers. see what we can get done here. And like I said in the comment section of the last video, if you guys want me to do stuff like this, it's either going to be a 2-part video or it's going to be one ridiculously long video. So if I've got to post more than one up, try not to complain. I'm not doing it just to have more videos. It is simply the limitations that I'm set behind right now. Nope, and my fire axe just broke. Jeez, I'm not off to a good start, am I? These zombies are just everywhere. Good thing they're all the slow shambling type. Be unfortunate if the game decided to screw me and put a bunch of running types coming towards me. I would never be able to stand in one spot and just reload and fire off rounds. And yes, I could be using a melee weapon. Very easily could be using a melee weapon, but I don't want to. So let's see, not a lot of wood from that first tree. Let's try this one now. Too bad there's nothing in the game yet like a chainsaw where you could just go around and cut down trees quickly. Kill, 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 die, die, die. And now, back to playing with my wood. You know I'm using a gun and all, but it still seems kind of crazy that these guys are still walking from vast distances away trying to find me. It almost seems like the aggro range needs to be turned down a little bit. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I know some people on the boards have been asking for it to be turned down. Which, there's nothing really wrong with it the way it is. It's just kind of irritating if you're playing by yourself and you're trying to chop trees and they can walk up behind you without making a sound. There we go, a lot of wood from that. Well, maybe not a lot, but a decent amount. Let's see how much we get from this one. If I only get like one 2x4, I'm going to be pissed. Because this is a big tree. And just so nobody's confused, that Rust game I mentioned earlier, it is currently in alpha, and it is invite only. Unless you were lucky enough to type in the 7 zeros and get an account before they had that fixed. So, you can't currently play it. They're not currently handing out keys. So, don't ask. I wish I had a key. I don't. But if I get any extras, I will be sure to do some sort of giveaway if anybody is interested. Alright, that's good that we've got 3 big trees right here. Like I said, I don't know how well this is going to work with only one person. I'd hate to get that place boarded up and then have a million of them suddenly walk out from the inside. That would make for a very uninteresting video. Not that chopping trees is entirely interesting, but at least you have my lovely voice to listen to while you do it, so hey, there's a plus. Or a minus, I don't know. You decide. Fuck, I swear to God, I just checked over in that direction. Alright, so we're completely out of ammo now. What was that? Alright, so one more tree, and maybe we'll have enough wood to at least cover the front of the building. Hopefully my hatchet does not break before I can chop this thing down. Alright. Well, there we go. A little bit of wood. Just a very little bit. Alright, so let's start taking this back over here and start boarding up the front. The problem with these office buildings is, you know, I'm sure everybody can see it, but, you know, they've got they've got windows on just about every part of the building you can think of. So maybe trying to board up the windows in all of it necessarily isn't the best route to go. And I have a feeling this is going to be happening a lot now that I'm right at the office building. Random zombies coming up and trying to get a free meal. Alright, so there's the groundwork. Hooray! It's going to be a lot of running, so what I might end up doing is speed up the running back and forth part so you guys don't have to sit here and watch it a million times over. But we'll see. That means I'd either have to record audio separately or just say, here, watch. We'll see how it works out. Kill him with the board! Oh. Well, I guess it was worth a shot. Jumping around a bit, isn't he? Oh, come on. Close enough. But yeah, I am really excited to see what the engine changes bring to the game. That's just me, though. There are some people who think changing the engine at this stage of the game is a bad idea. But, I mean, if everything can transfer over smoothly, and if it, in the end, makes it easier for the devs to do some aspects of developing the game, I'm all for it. Because let's face it, bigger and more frequent content updates, you know, even if the next one happens to be completely uncontent related, would still be awesome. Anything that the devs can do to make their job easier is better for us. Anybody who's ever beta a game can tell you that pretty much immediately. One thing that I wish was in the game was some kind of door system. Obviously there's doors in the game, but I mean, like, where you could pick up one of these and make it so it could swing on a hinge or something like that. Something so you didn't have to build like a ramp up, or, you know, just some way to get into your little bases better. It'd be nice, but I guess we'll just have to do without. Still, the most excited feature I'm looking into is still currently cars. Cars and actual urban cities, skyscrapers and such. That's going to change this game a lot, especially in multiplayer. Take an entire office building, board it up, fortify it, stick snipers on the roof, you know, all that stuff. That's going to be great. That is, it's going to be something else to play this game after that. And I have a feeling once more urban city environments are added, or even water, I have a feeling I'll be playing and exploring a lot more. Alright, so we'll go kill this guy since he's been wandering around and begging for death, pretty much. Alright, his goal was achieved. He didn't even get a last meal either. Go ahead and take one of these smaller boards to... I'm going to leave one of the doors open, just so I've got some quick and easy way to get in, so I don't have to line myself up with a ramp or anything like that. I think what I might do is just fortify this first little entry area. See how well that works. If it doesn't work at all, well, you'll know pretty quickly. I actually did get quite a bit of wood from those trees. More than I originally thought. Which is always nice. Another feature that's going to be cool is like campsites and stuff like that. You know, laying out a tent and maybe building a fire. Oh, really? Really? They had to bust through that just to get out of there? Crap. Goddamn zombies. Alright, I'm pissed now. It's time to go on a killing spree. Although I don't know if you can actually go on a killing spree when you're fighting the undead, but we're gonna do it. Maybe we'll find some sweet items while we're in here. Probably not, though. My luck's pretty bad. And I'm pretty unobservant, as you've seen from previous videos, so I'm probably going to miss a bunch of stuff, too. But don't worry, because there'll be people in the video comments to let me know how much of a dumbass I am. I could really use some bullets. No bullets so far. In fact, nothing so far. Let's go up one floor. Ah. Ah! Oh, shut up. Alright, what do we have here? 22 ammo. That does help. Search all the bathrooms. Normally there's guns and backpacks. It seems like they spawn more often in the bathroom. I don't know if that's just my experience or if anybody else notices that, but I certainly do. What I'll do is I'll go up this half of the building, exploring and slaughtering. Yeah, nope, there's a duffel bag. I already have one of those, but it couldn't hurt to have another. Some ham in a can. And some beans. Go ahead and eat one of those. More meat in a can, another hammer. Don't need another hammer. So you can see we're on the 3rd floor now. Still working our way up. That's it. Just bang on the wall. Get all your frustrations out. Alright, well, we're getting there. Not that anybody's actually going to be able to be safe in this place. Awesome. More 22 ammo. Always appreciated. No, that's right. I already came up here. I forgot that I had visited this office building in the last video. So there's probably not going to be a whole lot up top on the roof. I'm not going to bother with that food. I've already got enough of that. Alright, so let's start venturing down this side of the building. Me and my trusty sledgehammer. Oh, no zombies so far. I spoke too soon. And wow, another duffel bag. Huh, I don't think I've ever come across that many in such a small area before. Alright, and we're going down. So yeah, it does turn out that there is a decent amount of stuff in these office buildings, as long as you're willing to move through the inside of them. In previous videos, I've never really gone through because most of the ammo always seems to be on the roof, which I did pick up in the last video if you watch that one. So yeah. We're going to keep moving down and keep our zombie killing spree going. My infection risk is maxed out, of course. So if I suddenly keel over and die, don't be surprised. Climbing out of the toilet, huh? Jumping into the wall. Kids these days. Alright, I think we only have one more floor to go. Yes, we've made it to the bottom. Watch me die right here. You know, I think this is one of the least zombie-populated office buildings I've ever seen. Normally, they're just swarming through it. And so far, we've gotten pretty lucky with not running into a whole lot of them. Alright. Oh, you're kidding me. So in other words, they cleared everything out just in time for my sunlight to run out, and now I'm probably going to be screwed. Sigh. Let's get this back up. Well, not as good as the first one I had up, but oh well. It works. Might as well turn the flashlight off, because let's face it, it doesn't really light up a whole ton in front of you. I hope that I've killed all the zombies in the area, or at least a good portion of them. I've done a lot of killing this video. Normally I reserve that for my last stand at the end, but just couldn't be avoided. Alright, so the first half is now covered. The first half of the entrance of this side of the building is, at least. There go the trees disappearing. Awesome little graphical glitch there. God, night is gonna be long. You know, I keep saying that it wouldn't be so bad if this feature was in the game, and I hate to keep saying it because I know that they're doing their best to get everything they possibly can out, you know, without issue. But it would really be nice if multiplayer worked better than single player, because then building this would not be nearly as much of a task. But I can see this game getting very intense once more people get their hands on it, multiplayer becomes stable. I mean, just think about it, having a few people up on the roof, sniping the zombies as they, you know, attempt to get close enough to you, while you've got people running back and forth, hauling wood, throwing wood, you know, depending on what you're into, maybe slinging a little wood. A couple people cracking jokes. fucking around. It seems like that's what is missing right now. But you can't really do any of that without a little more stability in the multiplayer. You know, who wants to be building this massive structure that's awesome and it's going to be your base on that server, and then what happens? Oh, server crash. Unfortunate. I know it irritates the shit out of me when that happens in single player. Especially with that backpack glitch. I don't know if it's been resolved completely or what, but what used to happen is you'd crash, and if you tried to rejoin, it would say you couldn't connect to the server, and once it couldn't connect to the server, well, the awesome backpack you just found goes bye-bye. You know what I think I'll actually do? I'll probably end up making 2 videos. I'll probably make the one with the commentary, the one for the people who want to hear my gnarly voice for an hour, and then I think I'll make a sped up version with no commentary, no sound, maybe just some music. Some nice elevator music. Ooh, wouldn't that be good? Zombie apocalypse, elevator music going. It seems very relaxing to me. Yeah. Oh well. It doesn't really matter if it's all screwed up, because let's face it, once I leave the game and try and come back, it won't let me, and I'll have to delete the world, so say what you like about my barricading skills, people. It doesn't hurt. I wish you could place sources of light too. That would be pretty sweet. Find your way back to places, light up a fort. Now maybe I understood wrong, but I had thought that the devs had said that zombies will not be attracted to light necessarily. I believe they also said that some of the streetlights will actually eventually be lit. And it would make sense if they had solar power, if they had panels on the top of the light, you know, they could potentially have enough energy to last, you know, the entire night without any issue, but I'm sure all lights will not be that way. It just would be nice if this parking lot was a little bit lit up, even if it was dimly, you know, from these lights. Or if I could just start a big fire and burn this motherfucker to the ground. That'd be a nice, dramatic light source, wouldn't it? But that's me. I'm very dramatic. Turn that off. Let's see where I am with everything. Got some food, lunch on a bar. Eat a mold-covered orange. You know, what could be the harm in that? I think I'll just keep it unequipped for now. Oh, and that bag I took appears to not be there anymore. Or maybe I grabbed it and didn't have room for it. I can't be sure. Wood, 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 wood. You know, watching the sped up version might be the way to go.